So fingers crossed today that our technology goes the way as planned, because yesterday it didn't go as planned at all. And for those of you that were struggling, I do apologize. I hope that I can help you. More so when I get the class under control, I can come back to you guys and check on you to see how you're doing. But having two classes at once is a little bit challenging, but hey, it's a challenge that I'm willing to accept, and that you have to understand that I'm only one person and I can't be at two places at once. So fingers crossed that technology works today, unlike it did yesterday. Today is Tuesday, September 22nd, 2020, and we have another class that we need to go ahead and get started. Today, we're kind of just going to finish up the article from yesterday. You're going to work on the second part of your assignment, and I will get to that, but just hang on, okay? So by the end of this lesson, you should know what is one important key factor with youth and exercise, okay? So you guys read the article yesterday. You wrote down 4 important factors, but I hope that when you reread this article today, you recognize and you understand what is one key factor with youth and exercise. But when you get to rereading that, hopefully it all comes back to mind and that you remember what you read from yesterday. It's time to head to our chat box question. Today, you are going to write what is one key point that you wrote down from yesterday's article, okay? I said in my essential question, you're going to really know and understand what is one key factor from the article that you learned. Well, now you're going to go ahead and put it in the chat box, okay? So refer back to the article, think about what you wrote, and go ahead and put it in the chat box for your one key factor. Once you have answered the chat box question, I'm going to go ahead and pause you guys and let you guys wait for a second, okay? Because I want to try something. I was told about this, and I want to see if it works. This is going to be an easier way to communicate with you guys. So I'm going to send out a whole student group email, okay? So I'm going to go to my email. I'm going to type in Kamarni Block, whatever, okay? And then I'm going to send it to you guys as a whole. When you receive that email, I would like for you to go in the chat box, give me a thumbs up, meaning that you received the email that I sent, okay? This is just a trial run for me to see if you guys have received my emails. And if you didn't receive my email, then I'm going to go ahead and try to add you guys or see what's going on with that. So I'm going to send out the email. You guys are going to put thumbs up in the chat box. That way I know if you received it or not, and we will go from there. So today we're going to be using the chat box a lot, okay? I've already asked you one question, and that was to tell me one key point that you wrote about yesterday, okay? The second chat box question I asked you to do was give me a thumbs up if you received the student group email, okay? So we moved past that, and now my third chat box question to you is, what does SEL mean? Put it in the chat box. For today's SEL lesson, it's not going to be about social emotional learning. We're going to learn how to use Flipgrid, okay? So what is Flipgrid? Well, Flipgrid is going to be the platform that you use for when you submit videos to me, okay? So I keep giving you guys these videos to do, but I really don't know if you're doing them, okay? So you could just go through and answer the questions at the end, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing them. So from now on, we're going to start recording ourselves and posting it. So how this is going to work is you're going to watch the YouTube video on Flipgrid that I'm either going to post or I'm going to send to you in the chat box. That way you can pull it up and you can watch it yourself, okay? After that, and later on in our lesson, we're going to try using Flipgrid ourselves just as an introduction lesson, okay? So I want to see if that I got you guys into the class. I want to see that you guys can use the video and post it that way. But I will talk about that here coming up soon. Our lesson focus today is going to be real laid back again, just like it was yesterday, okay? So what you're going to do first is you're going to pull up that same article, Kids and Exercise, okay? So you're going to pull it up. You're going to reread it, okay? That way you can get familiar with it again and also get you reading a little bit more. You are then going to finish up part 2. So yesterday, I gave you an assignment that looked like this. Okay? Yesterday, you should have did this one. Day 1, which I had you list 4 key points from the article. Okay? Day 2 is going to consist of pretty much the same thing. You're gonna go back through the article. I went from the article and I took these word from word, okay? So you're either gonna answer the question, you're gonna fill in the blanks, you're gonna answer true or false, okay? And if you can't write on this, you may do it in another Word document and send it to me that way, okay? So you got a front and back. It is only 10 questions. And I took everything word from the article, okay? So I went through and I read the article myself, and I took what I thought the key points of this article was, and I just turned them into a guided reading, pretty much. Whereas you need to go back through and you need to answer the questions, okay? So this should be very easy. The only issue we may have is you may not be able to write on it, which means A, you have to either handwrite it, or B, you have to go ahead and type it up yourselves and send it to me that way, okay? Remember, we're still trying to work through Microsoft Teams, which means we're not gonna email Coach Kamarni every part of our work, if all possible, and you're gonna go ahead and submit it through Microsoft Teams, okay? So we got questions 1 through 10 we need to do. You're gonna go back and reread that article, do those questions, and then you're gonna go ahead and submit it to me, okay? So I'm gonna pull up a new tab in Google Chrome. When it comes up, I'm going to go to the search bar and I'm gonna type in Flipgrid, F-L-I-P-G-R-I-D, Flipgrid, and press enter. When I press enter, it should pull up the Flipgrid link, which you're gonna press the first one, and it should bring you to this. So in hopes that our group email worked, I am going to submit an email to our group, and I am going to tell you what your login credentials are going to be, okay? So through Flipgrid, I'm going to email you your credentials for your login, and then we're gonna all try logging in together and see how that goes. The purpose of us using Flipgrid is going to be for me to see that you're physically doing your workouts, okay? Since we can't be in person, this is going to show me that, hey, I'm getting on, I'm doing my workouts just as Coach told me to do it, and I'm going to show her that I can do it, okay? So when I ask you to watch a YouTube video or demonstrate certain workouts, you can go ahead and write the Flipgrid. You're gonna go right to the section that we're gonna be under for the day, and you're just gonna go ahead and record yourself, and you're gonna post it. It's gonna be super easy, I hope. If I remember correctly, all I have to do is add kids to the class. You guys will receive the code that I'm going to send to you, and you will come in, you will enter the code and your username, okay? But I'll get to that in just a hot second. But I may need to enter your email. This is what this is for. It's a test run. It's a trial run to see if this is gonna work, and it should work, but who knows technology? I just hope I did it correctly, and if it doesn't work, then I will go ahead and get some help, and I will keep on this until I get this working, because this is something that we need, okay? Just because I can't be with you while you're doing your workout, I need to be able to see that you are doing your workout in your own personal space, okay? The couple of you who get on and do the workout with me, again, pat yourself on the back because you're doing what I'm asking to do. Okay, so for those ones that don't come on and don't do the workout with me, you're gonna be your time now to shine, because you're gonna have to do the workout when I get this up and running, and you're going to have to post it in Flipgrid. Okay, so like I said, I added your name, and I made a username to our class on Flipgrid. Okay, your username will consist of your first letter of your first name, okay, and your whole last name. So if you have 2 last names, I usually just went by the one. So if you need a question on which last name I used, I will answer that easily, and I will go from there, okay? But here's my example, all right? So my example, my first name begins with an M, and my last name is Kamarni, okay? So when I make my username for the kids in my class, I'm doing the same thing, okay? I'm putting your first initial, and I'm giving you your last name, just like here, M. Kamarni. When we try Flipgrid ourselves here in a couple of minutes, you should have to enter both your class code. So again, I will send your class code either your class code or your link to that group email. Again, let's hope the group email works. If not, I will post it in the chat box, okay? Because we need to get this figured out. So we're gonna do this together. And if it takes a couple of times, it's gonna take a couple of times to get it right, okay? But you should have to enter both your class code and your username. So for example, if I'm entering a class and my class code is 181167336, okay, that's my class code. I'm gonna enter that along with my username. Okay, so I hope that's the only two things that we need to add. And again, if not, we will figure it out and we'll go from there. So for today's activity, okay, we're gonna give this a shot now. It's going to be your turn to post a video, again, hopefully that we got this to work, on Flipgrid, okay? So what you're going to do is, you're gonna go to Google, you're gonna type in Flipgrid, you're gonna enter both your class code and your username, which is gonna be your first letter of your first name and your last name. And if we can't get that figured out, I will go ahead and help you out. And then you will need to get onto my class, okay? So whatever your class name is called, I will post it in the chat box, okay? And I will help you guys get on, all right? So when you get on and you get ready to record your video, you are going to need to create at least a 30-second video. So I will already have that time set for you. It's not like you have to time yourself, okay? The video cannot exceed 30 seconds when I get on and make it for the class, okay? So you're gonna have to record a 30-second long video telling me your name, your age, your grade, your favorite season, so fall, winter, spring, summer, and your favorite holiday, okay? So just like I'm talking to you in front of a camera, you're going to be doing the same thing, but except yours is going to be on Flipgrid. You're gonna join with a username and a code, and then you're gonna have 30 seconds that's already pre-timed for you. You're gonna push go, you're gonna record your video just like I'm doing now, and then you are going to go ahead and post it to the class, okay? I hope that this goes smooth and I hope that this works. So we will easily have ways to show, for you to show me that you're doing your workout. I'm gonna post a short recording, a 30-second recording of what I'm looking for in your Flipgrid. This is just going to be a little quick introduction video on Flipgrid, okay? So I talk to you guys through YouTube by recording myself just like I am now, or even whenever we talk through the camera on the screen, okay? It's just like doing that. So it's gonna be awkward at first to record yourself and hear yourself, because who wants to hear themselves talk multiple times? I know I don't, and I don't like it, but hey, it's something that I have to do, and this is something that you guys have to do too, in order for me to start seeing what you guys are doing. Okay, so I am going to record my example. So I should be looking at Flipgrid. When I go to push start, I'm gonna push start. Hello, my name is Miss Kamarni, and I'm your physical and health education teacher here at Palmetto Middle School. I am excited to get you guys up and moving, getting you guys to be healthier and learning ways for you to be healthier, okay? So my favorite season is definitely summer, because I like to be able to do things outside. I like to be able to go to the beach. But I also really do like winter, because I get to snowboard. I love the snowboard, I love the snow. So those are two of my favorite seasons. And my favorite holiday, I would have to say, is I like Halloween, okay? I like Halloween because I like seeing the different costumes, but I do not like going to scary houses and haunted houses, because that is just not my thing. So now you see that this is the way to record, this is the way to talk into the screen, and you know how hard it is to think on point of what you're going to say next. So even if it takes you a couple of times, I need you to go ahead and record yourself, listing these five things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. You need to tell me your name, your age, your grade, your favorite season, and your favorite holiday, okay? It's gonna be difficult, but take a couple of tries to do so. And when you like the one that you like, you go ahead and submit it to me through Flipgrid, and let's hope that this works. All right, so I'm not sure what type of headache Flipgrid is gonna cause. I'm not sure what type of complications Flipgrid is gonna cause, but I hope that we can get through it. And I hope that I can help you guys out. And if not, we will continuously keep working on this until we perfect it, because again, this is something that we need, and this is something that we're going to use throughout the whole semester for you guys to record your workouts to me, and that way you can submit them, okay? We are going to start working now. If you need to make up some things, your article from yesterday, if you need to continue working on your article from today, if you need to do your Flipgrid video, or whatever it is that you need to finish, go ahead and finish, but do not hang up the call until I tell you to do so, because we also are going to do our exercises, okay? I know our exercises may be getting a little bit boring, but it's difficult for me to give you something to do when I physically can't see you, so I'm just doing the basic exercises for now until we can get this whole turning on the camera and physically doing the exercises in front of me down. Okay, so again, bear with me there. I'm working on getting you guys some new ones, and there will be some new ones coming your way. But for now, let's just get up and moving. Let's get your blood flowing. Let's get your heart beating a little bit, and let's do our exercises.